Hello friends, in previous lectures we studied about pure rolling and I'm continuing this pure rolling with help of this illustration. I'm taking a particular illustration in the form of question. Suppose this is surface, rigid surface on which a plank can move. This is plank of mass m. I'm taking plank of mass small m. This is a rough plank and there is a sphere of radius r. This is center, this is a sphere of radius r. A horizontal force F is applied on this plank. This force is horizontal applied on this plank. Mass of a sphere is m. Sorry. Mass of plank was small m. Mass of sphere equals to capital M. Radius is r. Coefficient of static friction between a sphere and plank is mu s. We want the maximum value of F up to which a sphere will not slip on this plank. For the case of no slipping, we have to find out value of F. Okay. Firstly, we are writing FBD of plank and a sphere separately. Suppose acceleration of center of mass of sphere is A1 and acceleration of plank is A2. A2 is acceleration of plank and A1 is acceleration of center of mass of the sphere. When plank is pulled rightward by force F, the friction between a sphere and plank will try to seize relative motion between these two, and friction on plank will be leftward. If friction on plank is leftward, sure, at the same position on the sphere, friction on a sphere will be rightward. Friction on a sphere rightward, friction on plank leftward. There is single force which will give acceleration horizontally to the sphere, that is friction. There will be other forces like weight of the sphere or vertically downward, that will be cancelled by normal reaction on the sphere. These are vertical forces. So acceleration of center of mass of a sphere horizontally will be given by net force friction divided by mass of the sphere. You know force of friction, that is a static friction. So mu s capital Mg divided by m. I will write this one A1 and that is mu s g. Mu s g is acceleration of center of mass of the sphere. What about torque of this sphere? Torque on this sphere about axis passing through center of mass. Torque tau, axis passing through center of mass, equals to I about axis passing through center of mass into alpha. Friction will give torque, only friction will give torque. Normal reaction and weight will not give torque. Why? Because they will be passing through center of mass, so there is no chance of giving torque. So this torque will be friction mu s mg. That's into r. Force of friction into radius will give you torque of this friction on this sphere, that is net torque. This equals to 2 by 5 mr square, that is moment of inertia of this sphere about axis passing through center of mass. Alpha is angular acceleration. By this one we can write m cancelled, one of the r will be cancelled, and alpha will be given as mu s g into 5 by 2r. 5 by 2 mu s g by r alpha. And in the same way we can write down acceleration of Planck. A2 is acceleration of Planck. That will be net force upon mass of Planck. What about net force on Planck? Net force is force F external applied minus of friction upon small mass m of the Planck, F minus mu s capital Mg. Capital M is mass of a sphere. This one upon a small m mass. That is A1 acceleration of center of mass of sphere. Alpha is angular acceleration of a sphere about axis passing through center of mass. A2 is acceleration of Planck. For no slipping, you know, for no slipping, if this is point of touch here x, then the point x of this sphere has something acceleration. The acceleration of point x of the sphere must be equal to the acceleration of Planck. I'm reiterating again. The acceleration of point x of this sphere, which is in touch with this Planck, must be equal to the acceleration of Planck. Means a of x should be equal to a2. What about a of x? What about a of x? A of x will be a1 acceleration of center of mass of the sphere plus r alpha. This point x will have acceleration, linear acceleration, not net acceleration, linear acceleration, due to acceleration of center of mass and its rotation also. Sure, rotation will be in this way, anti-clockwise. So a plus r alpha, a1 plus r alpha will give you acceleration of this point, and that must be equal to a2. a1, a2 and alpha are known in this way. I can take this one first equation, this one second equation, and this one third equation. We can put the value of a1, r alpha and a2, and we can find f. Means this a2 will be a1 is mu s g plus r. What about alpha? Alpha is written down here, r into mu s g into 5 by 2 r. a1 plus r alpha equals to a2. a2 is written down here, f minus mu s capital Mg by small m. With help of this equation, we can find out value of f. That is maximum value of f up to which this no slipping will occur. Why maximum? Because we have taken limiting friction here. Everywhere limiting friction. Only up to this value of f can be adjusted by friction for no slipping. So f can be calculated, and you can find out f. What's that? You can write for this one, f equals to mu s g 10 plus 7 by 2 small. This is our answer. You can calculate. There are so many illustrations of this one, pure rolling. This is one of the good illustrations. Next, we will study about friction on inclined plane.